Hello you guys, my name is Noah and I am here to make another video. Today's video is common misconceptions about transgender people. So living life as a transgender person comes along with a lot of stigma attached to it and a lot of preconceived misconceptions about us, and the majority of those are untrue and just plain wrong. So I'm here today to get some of those out in the open, chat about them and give you reasons as to why they're not right, and maybe give you a little bit more of an explanation on these issues and help you gain a wider understanding of them. So without further ado, let's get going. Number 1. I can't imagine how it must feel to be born in the wrong body. You are so brave. Okay, now I hope you're all sitting down for this one because it's gonna be a shocker. We weren't born in the wrong body. First and foremost, gender is a completely made up concept. When we're born, we are assigned a gender based on our sex, which is made up of different things such as our genitals and chromosomes. But, I mean, these things don't always have to align. Just take intersex people for example. So back to my original point, if we began to look at gender in a less traditional sense and look at the possibilities that genitals don't always have to equal gender, as I said, look at intersex people, then are any of us really born in the wrong body? Or are we just born into a society which sets expectations for what our bodies should look like based on our gender? Number 2. So, when are you gonna get the op? What? I mean, for people less educated on trans things, it probably seems like a pretty alright question to ask. You know, you get one operation and it rights all of our wrongs. And I mean, as trans people, why wouldn't we want that surgery? If we were born in the wrong body, then surely we want the genitals that match up with it, right? Wrong. As I mentioned before, our genitals don't always have to align with our gender. And a large number of trans people don't even bother with medically transitioning because they already feel happy enough with how their bodies are at that moment. So, although some trans people do choose to medically transition, and that's completely fine as well, and that can be done either in the form of starting hormone replacement therapy, which can come in the form of injections, or a gel, which you apply to yourself. That's for testosterone. I'm not too sure about estrogen because I'm not as clued up on it. Or you can go ahead and get top or bottom surgery, and they're pretty self-explanatory as to what those are. Or you can get all of them, and it doesn't matter what stage of your medical transition you are, or whether you haven't, even if you haven't done it at all, it doesn't determine how valid you are in that gender, because it just determines how comfortable you are in yourself. And I mean, after all, whose business is it what's in our pants anyway? Number 3. So what was it that was so bad that made you trans? Trans people don't have to have suffered some sort of childhood trauma to become trans. That's just like asking someone who's left-handed what was so bad that made them left-handed. That's just how they are. I mean, I've been asking since about the age of 6 at what age I was going to turn into a boy. Yeah, weird that, isn't it? So, if a woman and a trans man get together, is that not just a lesbian relationship? This isn't even one that I should have to explain, but I'm going to anyway. The key word here is man. Doesn't matter if it's a cis man or a trans man. They're just a man. And a man and a woman in a relationship doesn't equal a lesbian relationship, it just equals relationship. And as I said before, it doesn't matter what's in someone's pants, that's none of your business, unless you're their doctor or their partner. And vice versa for trans women. Number 5. So, I completely respect the fact that you're trans, but could you not refer to me as cis? It's a bit offensive. Cisgender, adjective. Denoting or relating to a person whose self-identity conforms with the gender that corresponds to their biological sex. Not transgender. It's literally the definition for someone who isn't trans. What would you rather I called you? Normal? And number 6. So, which toilet do you use? Because I'm pretty sure you can't use the men's until you've had the surgery. I just want to pee. I'm not there to sword fight with anyone. In the UK, by law, we are allowed to use whatever toilet we feel comfortable with. So even if you're in the toilet and you see someone who's in there who you think might be in the wrong place, just leave them to it. Odds are they're very comfortable with where they are and they know exactly where they are and they're in the right place. So guys, I hope you've learned just a little bit from this video and maybe it's brought something to light and shed a little bit of light on some issues you might have been concerned about before, or questions you had, or queries, or whatever. And I hope I've helped a little bit with that. And if you haven't asked any of those questions to someone before, take note of this video because it will definitely save you from some very awkward conversations in the future. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if there's any that I've left out or any that you want me to bring up in a next video, make sure to leave them as a suggestion in the comments below and I will definitely check them out. See you next time, guys.